Welcome to the Vikings Central Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. We have another episode here today for you. We're going to talk a little bit about Jaren Hall. Now, if you pay attention to my Twitter page, my social media, you know I'm a big fan of Jaren Hall. Out of BYU, 25 years old. Yes, I mean, had a 2-year missionary, Mormon missionary, right after high school, I believe. So he took off 2 years of playing football, started playing football again around that 21-year-old range, and then finished out his career at BYU all the way through his senior year. And he was a very productive quarterback. Obviously, sat behind Zach Wilson for a little while, and I know that's probably not the best, scenario to sit behind Zach Wilson, especially how his NFL career has gone so far. But Jaren Hall, just a pro's pro, a super professional guy, super leadership, just a fantastic player, fantastic person to be around. His teammates at BYU absolutely loved him on and off the field. The dude's a competitor, and I think that's why he's going to be successful in this league, because he's got that edge to him. He's got that chip on his shoulder, and he's a competitor. Like I said before. No, I know some people are comparing the Kellen Mond situation to this. Kellen Mond was 3rd-round pick. I think he was like 88th overall, and obviously he just did not pan out. And I think the big difference here, I think at Texas A&M, Kellen Mond didn't really play a pro-style offense all too much. He didn't really even go under center. He was more in the shotgun, more in the pistol, and he had troubles with that in preseason and in training camp of fumbling snaps a lot. And that's when Mike Zimmer was around, and obviously Mike Zimmer doesn't put up with that so-called BS. I could just see him saying that this is BS. I don't have time for this. So Kellen Mond's career in Minnesota anyway was over before it even started, where I think Jaren Hall's coming into a much better situation. Offense-friendly head coach and Kevin O'Connell. Just a terrific front office, a terrific organization that he's going to be able to step into a terrific situation in the quarterback room as well. Sitting behind Kirk Cousins, sitting behind Nick Mullins. So it's really a perfect situation for Jaren Hall to sit and learn for a year or two. And in my opinion, the dude's got starter potential. He's not the biggest quarterback, obviously 6 foot, about 207. If he was an inch or two taller, I think he probably would have been more towards that second or third round. And he was almost there anyway, but some of the medicals were a concern, I guess. He has fought some injuries in the past, but he was healthy for the most part in 2022. And he's healthy now, ready for rookie minicamp, OTAs, and then into training camp. It's going to be a lot of fun watching him battle, for that quarterback number 2 spot. And I know Nick Mullins does have the upper hand. Nick Mullins, Kirk Cousins, they have a great relationship. But if Jaren Hall comes in, surprises some people, shows that he's NFL ready to at least be a backup, to at least make a difference if he does need to come in for a game. And I know Kirk Cousins, he's like the new Iron Man of the league. Dude just doesn't miss games. He's very durable. But if Jaren Hall can kind of come in and just prove himself to be better than Nick Mullins, and I don't think that's a huge ask. I know Nick Mullins has the experience. He's had success in this league, especially as a backup, a spot starter. But if Kevin O'Connell sees this guy maybe ready to be that backup, I don't think they have any problem of Jaren Hall leapfrogging Nick Mullins if he earns it. Now, that's a long ways away. We got to see kind of where he's at coming into, rookie minicamp, into OTAs, and how he performs in training camp. But this is set up for such a good situation for Jaren Hall. He's going to have weapons all around. I mean, even during the preseason, he's probably going to be throwing the ball to like Jalen Naylor. Then Josh Oliver might get some targets later on in the preseason. And then you got like Johnny Munt as well to be throwing, passes to at the tight end position. And then you're going to have running backs in the backfield. You're probably going to have Ty Chandler and Dwayne McBride playing with you as well during the preseason. So you're going to have a lot of talent around you to flourish in the preseason and in training camp to really show what you're made of. So it's going to be really exciting, in my opinion, to watch this guy develop, just continue to build those bricks, getting better day by day in Kevin O'Connell's offense. Like I said before, came from a pro-style offense. The dude was asked, a lot of people say this, he was asked to play in hard mode all the time. And that's why the more I watched tape, the more I looked into these prospects. Jaren Hall kept leaping a little bit closer and closer to Hendon Hooker in my evaluation. Hendon Hooker's got all the tools. He's 6'3". He's a lot bigger. He's got the experience in Tennessee's offense, but he transferred from Virginia Tech to Tennessee, where it's more of that gimmicky style offense. And I don't want to take anything away from Hendon Hooker. I love Hendon Hooker as a quarterback. I would have been fine if we took him, if he made it all the way to 87, and obviously that didn't happen. But Jaren Hall, he just made more off-schedule throws every single game. And Hendon Hooker, he just sat in the pocket, no problem, and he, executed the game plan, which isn't his fault. But Jaren Hall, he kind of had to make something out of nothing at certain times in these games. He didn't have Jalen Hyatt. He didn't have Cedric Tillman to throw the football to. He was throwing to, college football players that probably aren't going to play at the next level. And, his escapability is fantastic. He, like I said before, he can make something out of nothing. He's just a dude that can come in, and provide that spark, in my opinion, if he does have to play anytime in the near future. And I can't wait to watch him in training camp in preseason and just watch him flourish under Kevin O'Connell. Like I said before, he's a pro's pro. I think he's a match made in heaven for the NFL, in my opinion. You can just tell this dude is mature. And like I said, he's obviously 25 years old, so he's going to be a little bit more mature than 20 or 21-year-olds coming out out of college into the NFL. But I think Jaren Hall has a great chance to succeed. And even if he becomes a backup, that's not the worst case scenario. Say we do take our actual quarterback of the future next year. You got your quarterback of the future, whoever it may be, and then you got Jaren Hall as a backup. You can't really beat that. You got two youngins with a lot of competitiveness and a lot of experience at the collegiate level that will translate to the NFL level. And I can't wait to see Kevin O'Connell get his hands on this guy and just mold him into an NFL quarterback. Guys, what do you think? Comment below. What do you think of Jaren Hall? Do you think he has an opportunity to be, a starter in this league? In my opinion, he does. I'm really high on him. And I can't wait to watch him grow into that NFL caliber quarterback and a potential starter in the near future.